Welcome to the quiz show that demands nothing less than perfection. Behind the screen are 4 contestants who'll be hoping their knowledge is flawless, because one single mistake could give the game away. This is perfection. Hello and welcome to the quiz show where only perfect play is good enough. Behind me are the contestants. We call them the usual suspects. They're in our isolation room. In a moment, one of them will be randomly selected to join me here to play perfection. They'll then face a series of true or false statements. For example, if I said M is the 13th letter in the alphabet, would you say that's true or false? Well, if you said true, I can tell you it is true. Answering true or false might seem easy, but if the contestant gets a single answer wrong, their opponents, the usual suspects, will be allowed into the game to capitalise on their mistakes. So, you know how the game works. Let's meet the usual suspects.
Hello, my name is Wen and I'm a retired cook and I'm from Goole and this is my first game.
Hi, I'm Mark. I'm an office manager from Swansea and this is my second game.
Hi, I'm Claire. I'm from Manchester and I'm a journalism student. This is my third game.
Hi, I'm Angus. I'm a law student from Aberdeen and this is my 7th game.
Hello and welcome to you all, and especially to you, Win.
Thank you very much, Nick.
You excited about playing?
Oh, very.
Good luck as we now find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Claire, it's you that's been chosen. Please come and play perfection. Claire, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You happy, nervous, excited?
Everything.
Oh, are you, really?
Yeah.
Claire, it's now you versus the usual suspects. They were your teammates. They're now your enemies. Their job is to stop you from winning the prize fund, because your failure will mean the prize money rolls over to the next game, where one of them could be sitting here playing for a bigger total. And you don't want that to happen, do you?
No.
OK, every game on perfection is worth £1,000. Here's the good news. Nobody's won the past 6 games, so the prize fund currently stands at £7,000. That's good money by anybody's standards, isn't it? That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So what would you do with it?
Well, I really want to buy a car. I've not
You've not got one at the moment?
No, I've not passed my test either.
OK, look, here's how the game works. You'll play 3 rounds and then a final. Every round that you achieve perfection will make the final that much easier for you. However, if your performance is anything less than perfect, the usual suspects will have the chance to steal the round, making the final that much harder. More of that to follow later. Usual suspects, we're going to switch you off for now, so you can't see or hear anything. Cheerio. And away they go. Claire, you can now talk through your answers without giving away any vital knowledge. Happy?
Yep.
OK, each round consists of 4 true or false statements. You'll be answering against the clock. You'll only have 45 seconds. But once you've given your answer, the first answer, it'll be locked in. You ready?
Yep.
Good. Let's play perfection. Your 45 seconds starts now. A common loon is an aquatic bird.
Common loon. I'm going to say false.
False. Phuket is the capital of Thailand.
I think that's true.
True. The model Carla Bruni married Silvio Berlusconi.
True.
True. And finally, James Doohan played Dr. McCoy in Star Trek.
Don't know. False.
False. Made good use of your time. There's a little bit left, not much, but Claire, you've answered all 4 statements. Good round, bad round?
OK.
OK. Before we reveal exactly how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects and see what they have to say. Don't forget, they'll be able to hear you now.
OK.
So, usual suspects. These are the 4 statements, and next to them are Claire's answers. Win, has she achieved perfection?
I think she has, yes, yes.
And Angus, what do you think?
I know C for fact's wrong, because Carla Bruni's married to French president. Can't remember his name right now.
OK, Claire, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many you've got correct. Just 1 out of 4. You need to achieve perfection, and you certainly haven't done that, which means you've let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, you can steal the round. You can see Claire's answers. You need to change 3 of them.
I'm almost certain she's got D right, because as a bit of a geek, I would know that James Doohan was Scotty, which I think's right, and if I get wrong, It's going to be bad.
Bangkok's the capital of Thailand.
Bangkok, and I don't know about the loon and the aquatic bird. I think we'd like to change A, B, and C, so we'll change A to true and B and C to false, please.
Lovely, thank you very much. Leaving D as answered by Claire. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. If the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. A common loon is an aquatic bird. True or false? It is true. Phuket is the capital of Thailand. True or false? It's actually false. You're quite right. It is Bangkok. The model Carla Bruni married Silvio Berlusconi. Is that true or false? It is false. And to be honest, as soon as you actually said Angus, you were nodding here as well, weren't
Yeah,
you?
I knew.
realised.
I knew.
Yes, she is in fact married to the French president, Nicolas Sarkozy.
Yeah, that's him.
And finally, James Doohan played Dr. McCoy in Star Trek. True or false? False. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Who did you think James Doohan played, Angus?
I think it was Scotty.
You're absolutely right. Well done. Well, Claire, they've managed to succeed where you failed, and they've stolen the round. Usual suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Claire's chances of winning the prize fund much harder in the final, and here's how. Claire, this is your final board appearing. These 6 blank spaces need to be filled with subject categories. Behind each category will be a true or false statement, and you'll need to answer correctly all 6 to win the prize fund, so you need perfect playing. Here are your final round categories, ranging from hit singles through Roman names, science fiction, and many others in between. If you had won that round, you would have the opportunity of adding 2 categories of your choice to the board. But because the usual suspects stole the round from you, they choose the 2 categories, hoping to make the final that much harder for you to win. Usual suspects, which 2 do you think are likely to trip Claire up in the final?
Well, what are we thinking?
Let's put names in.
Yeah, names. Names sounds like a reasonable one. So I'd like to have
Names.
names, please.
Names goes across.
Yes, and why don't we chuck in
Let's go.
Russia? I agree with Russia. That might be all right.
Lovely. Russia goes across as well. Thank you very much, and well done, usual suspects. You won the first round. It's time to switch you off, and we'll see you in round 2. And away they go. Claire, with the usual suspects gone, what do you think of the 2 choices that they made for you? Names?
Rotters.
I really don't like the idea of
Names is
Russia.
not so bad. Russia. Don't know if I know very much about Russia, but we'll see.
Are you ready for the next round?
Yep.
OK, let's play round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. The 1976 Summer Olympics were held in Montreal.
False.
False. In Greek mythology, Pegasus was a unicorn.
False.
False. Stanley Kubrick directed Spartacus.
False.
False. And finally, the Boxer Rebellion of 1900 began in South Africa.
True.
True. You managed your time very well again. You had a few seconds left, and you've answered all 4 statements. Didn't look very comfortable in that round either.
No. No, they're horrible.
They're horrible. Well, we'll find out, but before we do, it's time to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Claire's answers. Mark, how's she done this time?
I think she's got B wrong. I don't know why, but for some reason I can see that I'm just picturing a Greek Pegasus with a unicorn. So I'm thinking that would have been true.
Thank you. Win, has she achieved perfection?
I think the first one is wrong, I think.
Let's check and see, shall we? The moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Again, well, you're consistent. You need to achieve perfection, and you certainly haven't done that, which means you've let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game again. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Claire's answers. You need to change 3 of them. Which 3?
I know you think it's a horn, but I think Pegasus... I don't know. Let's go through the other ones. 76 Summer Olympics in Montreal.
You're right there.
Was that held in Montreal, do you think, Wynne?
I'm not really sure.
Well,
Well, let's go for that one then. Should we just change that to true?
What are we changing then, Angus?
We'll change A to true, change B to true. Now, I'm pretty certain that Kubrick didn't direct Spartacus, so I don't know. I don't think he directed Spartacus.
I don't think he did.
I think it was Kirk.
I need one more from you.
I think we'll change D. We'll change D to false.
D changes to false.
Okay.
Leaving C as answered by Claire. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. The 1976 Summer Olympics were held in Montreal. True or false? True. In Greek mythology, Pegasus was a unicorn. True or false? False, I'm afraid. But that's the only one you knew.
Yes.
Okay. Stanley Kubrick directed Spartacus. Is that true or false? It's true. The Boxer Rebellion of 1900 began in South Africa. True or false? It is, in fact, false. It started in China. Usual suspects. Had you achieved perfection, you would now have the opportunity to make Claire's chances of winning the prize fund much harder in the final. Let's take a look at the board. 2 subjects on there so far, both chosen by the usual suspects. Neither side won that round, though. So the 2 categories that were due to be chosen will now be carried over to the next round, meaning that 4 categories will be on offer in round 3. Usual suspects, I'm going to switch you off for now. We'll see you in round 3. Cheerio. And away they go. OK, Claire, with 4 categories on offer in this next round, it'd be a really good one to win.
Yes.
Let's play round 3. Your 45 seconds starts now. Persia is the former name of Iran.
False.
False. King's Lynn is a town in Norfolk.
True.
True. Holst Suite, the planets, includes the Earth.
True.
True. And finally, Prosecco is a type of Italian dessert.
False.
False. Loads of time to spare. You've answered all 4 statements. That felt better, didn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Anything you're worried about?
Possibly C and B.
OK. Well, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Claire's answers. Win, has she achieved perfection?
I don't know about the first one.
Angus?
I'm fairly certain that A, Persia may have been the former name of Iran. I think it is true.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, a moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Should we find out how many are correct?
Yes.
Two out of the 4. Again, not perfection. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Claire's answers. You need to change 2 of them.
So I'm thinking at the
First
moment.
one, I think.
Yeah, first one we need to change. A, can we change Nick to true?
You can.
Okay.
Do you want to go?
I think King's Lynn is in Norfolk. That sounds.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay. So we've got C and D to work from.
Let's get in there with the D.
What do you think? Do you think Prosecco is an Italian dessert?
Want to go in and win?
Yes, I will.
Put your faith in me, young lady.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. We'll change D from false to true then.
Lovely. D changes from false to
Might
true,
leave this down.
leaving B and C as Claire answered. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. Persia is the former name of Iran. True or false? True.
True as.
King's Lynn is a town in Norfolk. True or false?
True.
True. Holst Suite, the planets, includes the Earth. True or false? False. You failed to achieve perfection. Therefore, you've failed to steal the round from Claire. Have you achieved perfection at home? We'll go through the rest of the answers and find out. Prosecco is a type of Italian dessert. Is that true or false? Yeah, it's false. It is a type of wine. Yeah. All right, usual suspects. Had you achieved perfection, you would now have the opportunity to make Claire's chances of winning the prize fund that much harder in the final. Let's have a look at the board. Only 2 subjects already chosen, and those chosen by the usual suspects. So we have 4 blank spaces still to be filled. To fill those spaces, you will take it in turn to choose a category. So, Claire, as the single player, you get to choose first. Which category would you like to add?
OK, hit singles, please.
Hit singles goes across. Usual suspects, pick a category.
I think we'll throw in Roman names, please, Nick.
Roman names. Your turn, Claire.
I'm going to go for quotations, please.
Quotations and usual suspects. You get to choose the last one. What's it going to
You
be?
sure?
Yeah. Football, please.
Football goes across.
Yeah.
Lovely, thank you very much. We now know our 6 final categories. They are names, Russia, hit singles, Roman names, quotations, and football. Usual suspects. It's time to switch you off for the final time. And away they go. So what do you think?
Yeah, football. Didn't want that.
Feeling positive about this?
Yeah, why
With
not?
£7,000 on offer,
I
you
know.
need to feel positive.
know.
Positive mental attitude. Visualise, that's what you do, isn't it?
Yes.
Visualise and it comes true.
Yeah.
OK, we'll try and visualise £7,000 because it's time to
will.
play the final. Claire, this is the all-important final. If you can achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £7,000. If you fail, you'll be leaving with nothing, which is great news for the usual suspects, as one of them could be playing for a rollover of £8,000 on the next game. And you wouldn't want that to happen, would you?
No.
Let's play the final round. Claire, here are your 6 final categories. They are names, Russia, hit singles, Roman names, quotations, and football. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £7,000. Think carefully. There's no time limit, but once you've given an answer, your first answer is locked in. Let's reveal your first statement. Please tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. Names. Peggy is a traditional shortening for Margaret.
I think that's true.
True.
Yeah.
Russia. St. Petersburg was founded by Catherine the Great.
False.
False. Hit singles. Cheryl Cole had a UK top 10 hit with Paratroops.
False.
False. Roman names. Cambria was the Latin name for Wales.
I don't know. False.
False. Quotations. Brevity is the soul of wit is a line from Hamlet.
I think it's definitely a Shakespeare line, but whether it's Hamlet. I'm going to say true.
True. And football. Maradona played in 5 football World Cup tournaments. True or false?
I'm going to say true.
True. Claire, those answers are locked in. Remember, if there's one single mistake, you leave with nothing. Right, looking at them, which ones are bothering you? Which ones are you unsure of?
Unsure of. F, definitely.
F.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's bring back the usual suspects to see what they've got to say. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Claire's answers. Claire, your answers are locked in. You can't change them by yourself, but if you think you've made a mistake, you can unlock the board with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Usual suspects, I'm now going to ask you to tell me how well you think Claire has done, if you want to help, and if you do, how much it will cost. Remember, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. Claire, who would you like to hear from first?
Win.
I'm pretty unsure about 2 of them.
All right, thank you.
Mark?
I'm looking at 1 at the moment. How sure are you on some of the other answers?
I'd say 4.
I think I could potentially be up for an offer.
Interesting.
How much of that £7,000 do you want, Mark, to come down?
I'll be looking at 4.
Okay. Angus?
I'm not going to be able to beat that offer, so I think you should go with Mark.
£4,000 to come down, Mark. That's the deal, apparently.
I'll come down for 5.
So that's it. That's your final offer, is it, Mark?
That is indeed.
Oh, yes. Okay. 3 gritted teeth, yes.
Mark, for £5,000 of the £7,000, please come down and join us. OK, Claire, you have happily accepted Mark's offer of help. If you achieve perfection, it will cost you £5,000 of your potential prize fund of £7,000. Mark, you've now forfeited your chance to play in the next game. This is your only shot at winning perfection. Have you made the right decision? We're about to find out. Here are the final round statements. All 6 are now unlocked. Mark, which answers do you want Claire to change?
I was maybe bluffing slightly on how certain I was on it. But maybe F, because of how many times the World Cup comes around. I think I'm sure.
OK.
So are you going to change F?
Yeah.
F is going to change from true to false. Are you happy with that? Are we going to lock in? Are we going to lock in the rest of the answers?
Yeah, let's lock it in.
Yeah. Lock it in the rest of the answers. OK, so A, B, C, D and E all remain as you originally answered. So, what an interesting game this turned to be. £7,000 at stake, only £2,000 of it going to Claire, £5,000 of it going to Mark. Let's find out if you've achieved perfection. If the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. Let's start at the top. Peggy is a traditional shortening for Margaret. Claire, you said true. Is it true or false? It is true. St. Petersburg was founded by Catherine the Great. You said false. Is that true or false? It is false. It was, in fact, Peter the Great. So 2 out of 2, good start. Cheryl Cole had a UK top 10 hit with Paratroops. True or false? It is false. It was parachute. Cambria was the Latin name for Wales. Now, this is interesting because you said you didn't know.
I wasn't sure about this one, no.
So this is a bit of a guess. So I'll tell you what, we'll come back to that one. Let's go on to the next one. Brevity is the soul of wit, is a line from Hamlet. You said true. We need this to turn green. Brevity is the soul of wit, is a line from Hamlet. Is that true or false? True. So, 4 answers that you already had on the board on your own. This is where it gets interesting. Maradona played in 5 Football World Cup tournaments. Originally, you said true, Claire. Mark came down and, after some discussion, encouraged you to change it to false. So, Maradona played in 5 Football World Cup tournaments. Is that true or false? It's false. So we come back to D. Cambria was the Latin name for Wales. If it turns red, you've won the £7,000. £2,000 to you, Claire, £5,000 to Mark. If it turns green, you're going home with nothing. Cambria was the Latin name for Wales. Is that true or false? It's true. It's true, Claire and Mark. I'm afraid you have not achieved perfection. 5 out of 6. That was a tough game. Extraordinary. What an absolutely extraordinary game. Usual suspects, that's good news for you. The prize fund rolls over to the next game, where one of you could be playing for a total of £8,000. Look, they're very pleased with that. Claire, Mark, you failed to achieve perfection, I'm afraid, and you leave with nothing. But, wow, what an emotional game. I hope you enjoyed playing, even though it was super emotional. Yes?
I think so.
I think so. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark and Claire. Wow, what a game. It's now time to meet the next usual suspects, hoping to play perfection today. New usual suspects, please introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Gary, an operations manager from Glasgow.
Hello, I'm James. I'm an HGV driver from Willenhall in the West Midlands.
Welcome to you both. Gary, I hope you don't mind me saying so. It doesn't sound like a very Glaswegian accent.
No, I was originally from Peterhead, but brought up in London.
James, that is a very Midlands accent.
Very, very, very. You'll be able to understand me later on when I get excited, but...
It gets thicker, does it?
Yeah, and faster.
OK, we'll watch out for that. Best of luck to all of you as we now find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Angus! It's you that's been chosen. Please come and play perfection. Angus, welcome to the show, finally. You're actually getting a chance to take part.
It's amazing amount of that little cocoon for a change. It's quite nice.
Was it good fun being up there as a usual suspect?
It's nice. It's you get to sort of really get on with the people and actually sort of work through the questions. It's not You're not all on your own, and that's what I like.
Good luck. I hope you're going to do well in this. Welcome to the game.
Thank you.
It's now you versus the usual suspects. They were your teammates for a long time. Now they're your enemies. Here's the good news, as nobody has won the past 7 games. The prize fund currently stands at £8,000. Angus, you're a student, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a student at Robert Gordon's University in Aberdeen.
So £8,000 has got to come in handy for a
It'd be
student.
nice. There's quite a lot of beer there, you know.
Is that what it's going to be spent?
There's a few different things to do with travel that I'd really like to do.
A bit of travel is on the cards if you
definitely.
win. Smashing. All right, well, look, here's how it works. 3 rounds of the final to come. Usual suspects, we're going to switch you off for now so you can't see or hear anything. Cheerio. And away they go. Angus, you can now talk through your answers without giving away any vital knowledge, OK?
OK.
Let's play Perfection. Round 1, your 45 seconds starts now. The Dandy Dinmont is a breed of miniature horse.
OK. No clue, but we're going to go for true.
True. Jay-Z featured on Estelle's hit American Boy.
False.
False. Austria is a landlocked country.
All right, I'm going to go for true.
True. And finally, 1 divided by 1 is 0.
That's false.
False. And with plenty of time to spare, you've answered all 4 statements. And it sounded like you were fairly comfortable with that round.
Relatively.
Well, look, before we reveal exactly how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. Don't forget, they'll be able to hear you now. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Angus's answers. Gary, has he achieved perfection?
It looks like I think he has. I definitely know he's got 2 right.
Lovely. James, do you agree?
I don't know if he's got perfection or not, because I haven't got a clue on any of them.
All right. OK, Angus, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Three out of 4 ain't bad, but it ain't good enough here. You need perfection, and you failed to achieve that, which means you've let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Angus's answers. You need to change one of them.
I think A and C are right. The ones I'm not sure on is B. I wouldn't have a clue.
No,
I don't know.
No.
Pop music
I
and so
don't
on
know
now.
P. Diddy from JZ or anyone.
You only good at maths?
I was looking at that.
It's the-
1 divided by 1 is 0.
No, of course it is. It can't be 1, can it?
It can't be minus, can it? So
No,
I think
no.
that's. I think
We
if we were
change that
changing, I
one.
think we're changing
Yeah.
D. Win.
So when are we changing D?
Yes. D.
Lovely, we're changing D from false to
D.
true, leaving A, B and C as answered by Angus. Usual suspects, let's find out what the correct answers are. If the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. The Dandy Dinmont is a breed of miniature horse. Is that true or false? It's false. It's a breed of dog. Usual suspects, you had the chance to steal the round from Angus, but you failed to achieve perfection. You fell at the first hurdle. Then we've got JZ, as Gary likes to call him. He likes to be known as Jay-Z, I think, after the American use of the letter. Featured on Estelle's hit American Boy. True or false? False. Austria is a landlocked country. Is that true or false? It is true. So we got to the last one. 1 divided by 1 is 0. Is that true or false? It's false. Just so that you know, guys, 1 divided by 1 is 1. That's almost like rule 101 of the mathematics game book. But there you go. Look, usual suspects. Had you achieved perfection, you would now have the opportunity to make Angus's chances of winning the prize fund much harder in the final, and here's how. Angus, this appearing is your final board. These 6 blank spaces need to be filled with subject categories. Here are the final round categories. Because neither side won the round, the 2 categories that were due to be chosen will now be carried over to the next round, meaning 4 categories will be on offer. Usual suspects, it's time to switch you off. We'll see you in round 2. And away they go. Angus, now the usual suspects are gone and they can't hear you. What do you think of the categories on offer? Anything on there that you want to avoid?
Star signs.
Star signs.
And badgers. Why badgers?
Star signs and badgers. And what do you fancy on there?
Well, there's 3 that look good. Album covers looks good. Rock singers looks good. And Treasure Island, the village where I grew up, was where Robert Louis Stevenson wrote Treasure Island on holiday with his kid.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Let's play round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. Prussian and cobalt are shades of blue.
True.
True. Ted Rogers was the UK's Poet Laureate in the 1980s.
False.
False. The vehicle registration code for Switzerland is CH.
True.
True. And finally, in the US, each state has 2 senators.
That's false. It varies, I think.
False. And with loads of time to spare, you've answered all 4 statements, and you looked comfortable.
Oh, no.
No?
Fashion, the first one, yeah, and then other one, D, I'm fairly confident on. The other 2 are iffy.
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 All right, well, before we find out how iffy or how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Angus's answers. James, has he achieved perfection?
I don't think he has. I think that's Czechoslovakia, CH.
Wynne, do you think he's done well?
I think he's got 2 right.
Angus, the moment of truth, you need to have answered all 4 correctly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. 3 out of 4. It's good, but it's not good enough, I'm afraid. You have, again, let in your enemies, the usual suspects. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Angus's answers. You need to change 1.
Do you think because you had it right last time?
But when did you had right? You
The
said you
bottom
knew.
one.
The bottom one.
So
You changed that to true.
Yeah.
you was right last time. I was wrong.
So we'll give you.
We'll go with you. You got
Right.
you on this last one. D.
Which
yeah?
one are we
D.
changing then, Wynne?
D,
Thank you.
please,
D
Nick.
changes from false to true.
Yeah.
Meaning that A, B and C remain as answered by Angus. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. Prussian and cobalt are shades of blue. Is that true or false? It's true. Ted Rogers was the UK's Poet Laureate in the 1980s. Is that true or false? It's false. Gary, James, you were giggling there. Why is that?
It's 3, 2, 1, and he's a bloke out dusty bin.
Exactly right. Ted Rogers was the host of 321, the game show in the 1980s. So, the vehicle registration code for Switzerland is CH. Is it true or false?
Yeah.
It's true, which means in the US, each state has 2 senators. Is that true or false? It's true. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Well done, Wynne. You took the team through there. Angus, the usual suspects have succeeded where you failed and they've stolen the round. Usual suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Angus's chances of winning the prize fund of £8,000 much harder. Let's see the final board. Because you won the round, you've earned the right to choose 4 categories to add to the board. And which 4 would you like Angus to play in the final?
Does he know anything about star signs, do we reckon? That's a more of a, not being sexist, but more of a...
No, he might not, no.
Are we saying you want star signs across?
Star signs, yes, please.
Thank you. Star signs goes into the final. And
Treasure Island.
Treasure
Treasure
Island.
Island, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put that
Right.
in.
Treasure Island?
Treasure Island.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Thank you. Treasure Island goes in.
And as he's a student, armed forces, I'm thinking because he's not really into all that sort of stuff, is he?
Armed forces, please.
Thank you, Wynne. And the final one.
Japan.
Japan, yeah.
Japan.
Japan makes it into the final 2. Congratulations, usual suspects. You've won the second round. It's time to switch you off, and we'll see you in round 3. And away they go. Angus, with the usual suspects gone. Let's run through those. It started pretty disastrously for you with star signs, didn't it?
I'm about ready to kill them for that, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
But then they picked Treasure Island.
Which is great. I know quite a lot about that.
Armed Forces
I play a lot of video games. That's got to relate somehow to real life in some way.
and Japan.
I watch a lot of samurai films, and that's got to relate to real life in some way.
OK, well, look, you still have one more chance to find perfection and choose your own categories for the final. Are you ready to play the next round? Let's play round 3. Your 45 seconds starts now. Jack Black voiced the character in Kung Fu Panda.
True.
True. Jamaica Inn is a novel by Daphne du Maurier.
False.
False. William the Conqueror was King of England and France.
False.
False. And finally, the centre of the target in Olympic archery is red.
False.
False. Plenty of time to spare. You've answered all 4 statements. That did feel like a good round, yes?
Relatively speaking. I don't know anything about William the Conqueror. So that one's going to be iffy.
Well, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Angus's answers. Win, has he achieved perfection?
I think he has with 3 of them.
So, which one do you think he's got wrong, Win?
The top one.
Gary?
No, I think he's got C wrong.
Well, we'll find out. The moment of truth. Angus, you need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Three out of 4, you're consistent, but consistently just off the mark. And once again, because you haven't achieved the perfect round, you've let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round again? You can see Angus's answers. You need to change just one of them.
Right, Win, I know you're the boss and you're in charge, but
which
I'm pretty
Jill?
sure
Jack
the
Black.
Normans... No, I'm pretty sure the Normans... He's a Norman king. I'm sure he come over, he took over here, and he was still king of France at the same time.
Well, shall we go for C?
I think
Yeah.
so, I
C.
think so.
We're going for C, Nick.
Thank you, Win.
please.
C changes from false to true, leaving A, B and D as answered by Angus. Usual suspects, let's find out what the correct answers are. Jack Black voiced the character in Kung Fu Panda. Is that true or false? It's true. Jamaica Inn is a novel by Daphne du Maurier. True or false? It's true. It's true. Usual suspects, I'm afraid you had the chance to steal the round, but you failed to take it from Angus because you failed to achieve perfection. Are you still on for perfection at home? Let's find out for you, shall we? William the Conqueror was king of England and France. True or false?
Obviously.
It's false. He was William of Normandy and then came over and became king of England. The centre of a target in Olympic archery is red. True or false? It is false. It is gold, in actual fact. Usual suspects, had you achieved perfection, you would now have the opportunity to make Angus's chances of winning the prize fund much harder in the final. Let's have a look at the board. 4 on there at the moment, all chosen by the usual suspects. Nobody managed to win round 3, meaning we have 2 blank spaces yet to be filled. To fill those blank spaces, you'll take it in turns to choose a category. Angus, as the single player, you get to choose first. Which category would you like to add?
I'd like to add album covers, please.
Album covers goes into the final.
I reckon.
Which one, usual suspects? You get one last chance to trip him up here. What's it going to be?
You won't win in for the last one.
Explorers.
Explorers, you can tell them that.
Explorers?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Explorers goes across. We now know our 6 final categories. They are Star Signs, Treasure Island, Armed Forces, Japan, album covers and explorers. Usual suspects, it's time to switch you off for the final time. And away they go. Do you know what? Considering that you only chose one of the 6, that's not a bad belt board for you. They did you some favours there, didn't they?
That there's nothing apart from Star Signs that I think is impossible there.
For £8,000, it's time to play the final. Angus, this is the all-important final. If you can achieve perfection, you could be leaving here with a prize fund of £8,000. That's a lot of cash.
I wouldn't complain.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's a nice round number.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's play the final round. Angus, here are your final 6 categories. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £8,000. Think carefully, there's no time limit, but once you've given an answer, your first answer, it's locked in.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's reveal your first statement. I need you to tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. Star signs. Someone born on April the 1st is an Aries.
I'm going to go for false.
False. Treasure Island. Jim Hawkins sails on a ship called the Italiana.
I'm 99% sure that's false. If I get that wrong, I'm going to feel very stupid afterwards.
False.
False.
Armed Forces. The Household Cavalry is part of the British Army.
Household cavalry wear red jackets. I think the army, true.
True. Japan. Tokyo is located on the island of Honshu.
I'm going to say that's true.
True. Album covers. Andy Warhol designed the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper album.
Beatles weren't big with the New York art scene. That was Bowie and that lot. I'm going to go for false.
False. And finally, explorers. Captain Cook famously landed at Botany Bay.
That doesn't set off any sort of alarm bells or anything. It doesn't sound familiar in any way. I'm going to say false.
False. Angus, those questions are locked in. Remember, if there is one single mistake, you leave with nothing.
Yeah.
Which ones are you unsure of?
A, no clue. D is a bit of a pun.
All right, let's bring back the usual suspects and see what they've got to say. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Angus's answers. Angus, your answers are locked in. You can't change them by yourself, but if you think you've made a mistake, you can unlock them with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Remember, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. Angus, who would you like to hear from first?
I'll start with Gary, please.
Right, I can see you've got 2 right, but you've definitely got 1 wrong.
Does that mean that you would want to come down and join in?
I'm going to put him out of his misery straight away and say, no, I'm definitely out.
OK. James?
Mate, there ain't enough on there that I know to come and help you. So if I come down and help you, it might be bow through, so I'm out.
That's the same with me. I only know about 2.
All right, thank you very much. I'm afraid that does conclude negotiations, Angus. So you are on your own. £8,000 at stake, 6 answers away. Let's find out if you've achieved perfection. If the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. Let's get started. I'll tell you what, we'll skip over that first one because that's the one that you said was going to give you the problem straight away. Let's move on to B. Jim Hawkins sails on a ship called the Italiana. Your village is steeped in the whole story of
Which is going to be
Treasure
really
Island.
embarrassing if it's wrong, quite frankly. But we'll see.
Is it true or false? Yeah, it is false. Do you remember the ship that you sailed on?
I'm trying to... my mind's gone blank. I know it's not that.
Hispaniola.
That's it.
The Household Cavalry is part of the British Army. You thought about this long and hard and decided that it was true. We need this to turn green for you to keep on the way towards the cash. Is it true or false? It is true. Over to Japan now. Tokyo is located on the island of Honshu. Is that true or false? It is true. Halfway towards £8,000. So, Andy Warhol designed the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper album. Is that true or false? It's false. You were right. Peter Blake was the artist involved. Where should we go next?
Let's do the last one.
Last one. All right. Captain Cook famously landed at Botany Bay. If it turns red, you're 1 away from the £8,000. If it turns green, you're walking away with nothing. Is it true or false? It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Cook famously landed at Botany Bay in Australia. It's just around Sydney.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid you haven't achieved perfection. Maybe at home you've achieved perfection, and we can find out for you. Someone born on April the 1st is an Aries. True. 4 out of 6 is not bad at all. You can keep your head high when you go back because you got the Jim Hawkins question right as well. Usual suspects, great news for you. The prize fund rolls over to the next game where one of you is going to be playing for a total of £9,000. You've got to be pleased with that. Angus, you have been a fantastic contestant. You failed to achieve perfection, which means that you go home with nothing other than our thanks for being such a great player during the course of the last few games. Angus, everybody. Thank you very much. Well done. Bad luck. Well, that's all we have time for. Please join us next time when our usual suspects have the chance to play again, this time for £9,000. But remember, on this show, we only pay for perfection. Goodbye.
It's been kept a secret until now. Julia Bradbury takes a special stroll into the former East Germany tonight at 7. Next, the Cars Essential on the final leg of the Antiques Road Trip.